And joining us now is one of those honorees, Milton's Nick Wilson. Nick, congratulations, my man, on a fantastic season. You holding up? You having a good year?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good stuff. Year. Congrats.
And Nick signed with Stanford. Now, you had offers from Auburn, Florida State, Michigan State, many of the biggest schools in the country. How did David Shaw and the staff at Stanford convince you that the farm was the right place for you?
Well, you know, I think the school really convinced itself. The kids there, the academics, and, you know, obviously the football is great. So, you know, having Coach Shaw there and just really added bonus to you know, the positives that Stanford presents to me. But yeah, just really helping. He's a great coach, leads by example, and a guy that I can really see myself play for. So,
give us a little insight into your recruiting process. Did you grow up a Stanford fan? How did they become on your radar? You know, obviously we're entrenched in the Deep South. You know, the SEC and ACC. But to get in that Pac-10 school, how did that become on your radar? And take us through how it all began.
Well, I actually grew up a huge Buckeye fan. My dad went to school at Ohio State, so my whole life I was raised, you know, to be a strict Buckeye fan. So that's all I had watched. And then one day I saw Stanford playing Oregon and how their offensive line was just so tenacious and, like, you know, just driving people off the ball, and that caught my eye. And I was like, wow, Stanford is pretty good. And then I heard about the academics, and I was like, wow, I want to go there someday. So, you know, I'm really happy it all worked out. And, you know, honestly, they weren't even on my radar until like a couple years ago. So,
can you confuse your dad between the Buckeye Reds and Cardinal Red, anything like that?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah. A little bit.
Now, I want to ask you, for that Stanford-Oregon memory, was Andrew Luck the quarterback at that time for Stanford?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, and there have been a couple of Stanford offensive linemen that have now gone on to the NFL as well. The style of play, I guess Jim Harbaugh, of course, was the coach there before moving on to the 49ers, and then David Shaw. The style of play, how much did that attract you in terms of the way their offensive line plays? Because they're more of a throwback team. You have so many spread offenses now in college football. They're kind of a throwback smash mouth team.
That's exactly what drew me there. I'm kind of that way myself. You know, just getting after it, driving off the ball. Not a real pretty guy, but you know, I would just like to hit people, I guess, and you know, I think that's what they like to do.
That sounds pretty to a lot of coaches, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I think you look sharp, man. You got the jacket, the glasses. You're representing football. Always been a part of your life. You mentioned watching the Buckeyes as a kid, but something. Look at this guy right here. Who's that?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, it is, man. Look at you. Ready to rock. You're playing running back right there. So you've changed a little bit over the years, but obviously it's been a huge, important factor of your life, the game of football.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it has. Started playing when I was 4 years old, and you know, it's the coaches, the players I've experienced throughout my life have, you know, really helped to shape who I am, and you know, help me become the football player and most of all the man I am. So, really happy to play the sport and continue on to Stanford.
Nick Wilson, all set to head to Palo Alto to become a member of the Stanford Cardinal. Our thanks to Nick. Nick, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be watching you closely as you vie for Pac-10 and national titles, or Pac-12, I should say.
Yeah, right.
Everything changes.
Yeah.
Pac-12 and national titles.
I call it Pac-10. We're still old school. He's a lot younger than us. Congratulations, man. Enjoy the moment. Safe travels out west.